Hi, fifth grade. Good to see you today. Wish I could see you. It was good to see some of you on Zoom on Monday. We're going to be doing those King of the Jungle meetings on Mondays at 3 o'clock. Whether or not you auditioned, again, you're all part of this. Please join us at 3 if you can. I understand that listening to everybody do their lines and stuff, I do still have some parts. I do have solos. So, and we're going to try to go through the music. And it actually worked okay. The weirdness is you're doing the music by yourself. Everyone's muted and you're just hearing the track, hearing me sing some of it and hear the kids on the track. It's what we've got right now. It's the way we can do this. So join us on next Monday at 3. It's a fun social time too. And again, I'm going to need a few more of you to take on some extra parts in this too, and we'll talk more about that as time goes on. Let's start out by praying, and then I'll tell you what we're doing today for music. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. I thank you for the fifth graders. I pray you bless them and be with them. Help us to do our best today. Help them to continue to persevere as they just have a few more weeks left of elementary school. I pray that you would bless those days, be with Mrs. Perkins and Mrs. Meyer as they bring them home, Lord. Help Mrs. Adams today, help Dr. Lindstead today, and Mrs. Keeley and Mr. Smith making decisions for our school, Lord. I pray for President Trump and for Governor Kelly, Lord, that you just be with people making decisions for our country and for our world, really, Lord. And I pray for Alyssa today that you'd give her special strength and healing. I pray for Miss O'Donnell that you would also just comfort her today. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, I'm going to jump over, and I'm going to have to move over here, but I had to show the new pretty sign because, why not? So music with Mrs. Kelly. Next year will not be music with Mrs. Kelly. This is so sad. I lost this time with you, and I know there's bigger fish to fry in the world, but I lost this ending with you guys, but I hope to continue to have an ending some way, some shape, some form to do King of the Jungle. Again, my idea is maybe this summer, maybe right before school starts. I don't know. I don't know yet, but that's still definitely in the prayers and in the plans. But next year, I hope a lot of you will decide to join choir, stay with your orchestra, stay with your band, continue to grow your musical skills. And some of the stuff that we were doing this year was hoping to help you to get ready with that. When I've done combined stuff with you in fourth grade does not know all the pitches yet. We've been learning them song by song. So that's why I like the exercises we did last time, the barnyard stuff. We skipped over, we're doing Lola, Lo, Sol, and Do, Re, Mi. You guys, though, of course, have learned the whole scale. Can you sing it with me? Do, with hand signs, please. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Going down. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Still a good exercise to do, doing all the different things we talked about singing wise. Filling up that diaphragm. Can we do it again with a nice full diaphragm full of air? Mrs. Kelly did not do a good job at that the first time. And again, your music class, you might want to get in a closet or something to do this so you don't feel, or in the shower, might be weird with water, I don't know. In your backyard, walking with your phone, making sure you do it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Filling up that arsenal. This is something, again, hopefully you're getting out, getting exercise. I got to walk in the rain. I was going to run yesterday, and I started running, and I knew it was going to rain, and it started sprinkling, and so I'm a wimp. I didn't want to run in the rain, so I went and got my umbrella and took a nice walk in the rain. But thinking about that breathing as you're doing that, that's going to grow your singing voice. Lots of opportunities in choir next year. But this reading opportunities, do you remember we were looking at ledger lines? This is kind of where we left off. We already looked at this once, but What are ledger lines? The lines off the staff. They move logically. And I'm gonna have to pull this up and erase a little bit of the fourth grade's lesson. Up and down. So we've got what is this? Pitch, treble clef. What is the ledger line right below the staff? It's a sight note. Middle C, hopefully you're saying. Middle C, no. But what this is asking, line or space note. So it is middle C. Line, the line goes straight through the middle of it. Line note. It's below the line. It's a space note. Below the line, space note. It's pretty easy, hopefully. If there's not a line going straight through the middle of it, it's a space note. But it helps you to be able to find these notes because you guys will be reading notes off the staff. Space, space, line, and line. I know we did that exercise, I believe, but it seems like it's been a long time ago. So that's just your ledger lines stuff. You don't have this in your workbook. This is extra stuff, so you don't need your workbook for today because we're going back to this. And this assessment, I sent it home with several of you. Some of you did not get to do it. In this, a few people were mixed up on this because it was a do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Now, we did talk about that in music class. So if you are like, well, I didn't know. Well, if you were there that day and you got them all wrong, you didn't listen. Because we did talk about, and remember the way we did this is not a normal music thing. It's just the way that this author does it. He shows us where do is by putting it there. And then the actual exercise starts here. So there's do, and let's see, do would be on E, since we do have a treble clef. There's our E. So it'd be do, ti. Remember, those are half steps. It's not do, ti. It's very important that you keep that as a half step. Do, ti, low ti, la, ti, do, right above, do, re, mi, re, do. We did this, it's just a review. We already did it. Hopefully, can we sing this together though with hand signs? I've written it in there. I want you guys to be able to know it though, without needing all the answers. You really should be able to read it and to sing it. Even if you can't remember all the do, ti, la, sometimes you can't get it out. Hopefully you know how those notes interact with each other so that you can sing it and make sense of it. And this is all just moving by step. No skips at this point. I don't know if we're gonna get to skips. We would have, we'll see. We probably will. Ready? Oh, I'm gonna need my E again. So there's my A. A. Easy for me in my brain. A down to D. Da da. It's a fifth. It's actually do so. And that is an easy interval for me to think of. So when I hear my A, I go down to D instead of going A, G, F, E. I could find it that way. A, E, but I just kind of have a shortcut. A, do, fifth, and then I go up to the E. Probably didn't want to know that, but that's all right. So here's E, do, and don't forget the half step, very important. Do, ti, la, ti, do, re, mi, re, do. Might as well sing the half notes at the end. Good. Here was your sight reading from that day. Remember how we did this? And we're getting a little fancier in this to where they did not give us the do. We were just explaining we're starting on do. Okay, and actually it's even if you know music, if you're a piano player or if you're instrumentalist, I know we have a lot of you, hopefully you know if there's no sharps or flats in a key signature, we're in the key of C. And this is actually working, it starts on C, it ends on the higher C. So this is actually a little more legit music in that we're showing the time, the key signature and all those things. So middle C is our starting point. Let me give you do. Do. I'm going to check that is do. That is C, because my brain is D. So what I want you to think, if that is do, see if you can sing this through yourself. I was wrong. I wasn't low enough for do, which is C. Okay, so what your goal is, you're looking through this. Can you hear it inside your brain? Try. Do. Can you start with me? Let's try it together. Here we go. Do, re, do, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Yes? Maybe? Good. It is a full scale too. It's actually going all the way. It has that half step here, has the half step in between mi and fa. Very important, or you will get sharp or flat if you don't follow that. And here's our a warm up there. And that is a scale. And again, we've already done a scale. The questions that I'd be asking if you guys were here. When you sing the scale with the choir, do you ever hear other singers miss the bullseye? Am I right? Oh yeah, very much so. Do you ever miss the bullseye? I've missed it already today, all by myself. When you go up the scale, do you think you are most likely to go sharp or flat? Sharp pencil, I don't have my pencil here. I guess, oh, here I do. Pencil, when I sharpen it, gets taller. That's the way I remember it. If I was to flatten my pencil, boom, I would get smaller. Yes, going up, you would tend to get sharp. Why do you think that? Because we're moving in an upward, and we probably is going to have to do with our half steps. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If I try to make them all equal, that ladder that we looked at, it will not work. The ladder, you get it, hopefully. Which do you think is more likely to happen when you go down, sharp or flat? So let's try it. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. That's the correct way to do it. What if I was to not get my half steps right? Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Did I get sharp or flat? I definitely got flat, horribly flat. So that is the idea of being careful, and it's the half steps that are going to get us off or on. And then what we would be doing if we were here, we would score the scale. We would, and what I'd like to do I'd like to record and listen to it. You could do that yourself, record yourself. You could even be brave enough to send it to me and then give yourself a score. How well did we get it all together? If you want to score me, I don't like that idea, but I'll let you. If you want to, let me see if I can get a better C this time. So you have 3 options. I believe that's a C. I'm going to check it with my piano really quickly. Ha, got it that time. Okay, so your options are, you can send me a score, what you think I just did. You can record yourself and score yourself and tell me what you got. You can record yourself and you can send it to me on a video and tell me what you got. Do. Or you can score me. I am going for a 10, just to let you know. I'm not going to try to be off. But what you're listening for is make sure my half steps are right. Here is do, re, mi, give me a score, I can take it. The scores and what we would have done kind of a fun game with this, just like we would do with our I hate not being able to play you guys the game that we always did. Can we do it just for fun? I can't know that I'm winning, but can you echo me? Do, re, do, mi, fa, mi, sol, la, sol, sol, fa, mi, sol, fa, sol, sol, la, ti, 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 do, ti, ti, do. I hope you're doing it. It's not as fun. Sorry. And a forbidden pattern is almost pointless because yeah, I can pretend I win and give myself points. Following the hand too, I probably will still continue to do that because I know some of you are eager beavers and you'll be doing it with me and you're going to be continuing to grow these skills. But for today, that is our warm up for today, and then we're going to get into our King of the Jungle songs next. So keep at it, keep growing your voice, keep growing your reading skills, and then keep learning King of the Jungle. That's coming up. I bet you can't guess what song we're working on. Yes. Bullfrogs and butterflies. Of course, I have it up on the screen. I shouldn't have done that, should I? Okay, it's going to be hard to actually sing this with the costumes on. I am going to need 5th graders to do some fun parts with this. So I've started to get some of my props out. But everybody's going to be singing. There are some solos in there too. There's speaking solos that I need some 5th graders to be able to say. I've already assigned some bullfrogs and butterflies, but I might be able to use more. So I'll talk with 5th graders on that. I'm going to have to pull this down for just a second. Oh, and I didn't put this. Give me just a second to start the track. And we're going to sing it. Windows Media. And let me find out the right page for that. Sorry, I was so excited to get my costume on that I forgot to be actually ready for that. That's going to be number 28. And let's sing it together. And this, of course, is a fun song, but it's also a song that communicates a really good truth. Okay? Sing along. She's a lovely little lady looking for a room. She's weaving and spinning out a fine cocoon. Why, it didn't take long till she saw the sky. Spread your wings, you butterfly. She's singing, bullfrogs and butterflies. We both been born again. Bullfrogs and butterflies. We both been born again. Bullfrogs and butterflies, we both fun song, but it brings up a good conversation about being born again. And as Carson says, or Ian, I can't remember one of the characters, metamorphosis. And we talk about when when Nicodemus went and talked to John about that. So we're going to do some more choreography. We did the King's Animal Kingdom. The next one is the Lord of Creation. Now, this one too, for me to be able to do the choreography, I can't really put your words up. I've been thinking I need to get a foot pedal. I think Mr. Whittemore has one of those, but I don't have it right now. So I'm going to show you the choreography for all the words. I think I'll show you the words this time, but then when we do it together, we won't be able to, I won't be able to advance the words, but the motions are going to help you because it's a lot the same. Now it starts out real jazzy, da 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 da. Da, 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 da. So you're just going to bounce and snap and be all into it. And then what we do for the who gave, because all these phrases start out with who gave. Who gave the panda his adorable face. What you're going to do is you're going to lunge, you're going to change sides, and you're going to go who gave. We're going to be going opposite. So we start to your right. Who gave the panda his adorable face? You got to do your cutest panda face. Nathaniel, come on, do your cutest panda face. And then to the other direction. Then you're going to go to your left. And who gave flamingos their ballerina grace? You're pretending. Da, 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 da. Boys, it's hilarious when you do that. We know you're not ballerinas, but it'll look funny when you do it. And then you're back to your right. And who gave the penguins their tuxedo suits? You got to waddle and put a suit on. And then the other direction. And who taught the squirrels to gather acorns for food? It changes there. It's taught instead of gave. And then it's going to be I know who every time. And then it's going to be scoop hands up to platter hands. The question is, do you? I know who. The question is, do you? And then, let me turn my page. It's going to be, do you, tell me, do you? So you go to those question hands. Do you, tell me, do you? Do you? And that, we don't say that, do you? The monkeys are going to pantomime that, but we'll all go to our left first, like we're talking to somebody over there. The next part, it's going to be, again, back to your right. Who taught, and now I'm forgetting it. Who taught, there we go. Who taught the eagles to soar in the clouds? And then the other side, so you're going to take that right hand, and you're going to make it go in a full circle in the clouds. And who taught the scary bats to hang upside down? You're going to try to go as upside down as you can, but it's really fast too, so you don't have a lot of time to do it. And who taught the chimpanzees to swing from the tree? Just your good monkey to the left. And who taught the school of fish to swim in the sea? Easy. Back to I know who. I know who. The question is, do you? Do you? Tell me, do you? This time to the left. Do you? That way. And again, we don't say it. It's the monkeys that say it. Now we're going to go, yeah, well, the Lord of creation. Yes, the Lord made it all. So it's scoop your arm up and then just rotate your wrist to God. And then you're going to do the other arm. The Lord of creation, I'm sorry, your other arm's already up there. The Lord of creation, he made all things great and small. So you're great, small. And then you're going to do pound your chest. Everything that moves and breathes, everything from sky to sea. You end up V. You're going to go down to this low V. And then it's going to be the Lord of creation up to a U. Everything was kind of ski. I said I can't do two things at the same time. Lord of creation made them all for you and me. So tell me, can you see? So it'd be ta, ta, ta during that. Da, 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 da. And then we direct it to him, from the animals to ourselves. And you knew all about me before I was born. It's going to be right hand up, rotated up. And you knew the very, oh, no, that's wrong. You knew all about me before I was born. A hand up and then down. And you knew the very day my life was transformed. You opened my eyes, cover your eyes, pull it over, and now you live in my heart. And then you're going to do a pound, pound, jazz hands. Gotta put jazz hands in. And I'm a new creation and we'll never be apart. Right to the beat. I'm a new creation and we'll never be apart. I know who. The question is, do you? Tell me, do you? Back to the right. Do you? With that monkey sound. And then the rest is all the same stuff that we've already done. Want to try it with the music? I'm the one that has to look silly. I hope you're looking silly with me. And actually, it does not look silly when everybody does it together. It looks really super cool. But let me get the music ready to go. And I can't really do the motions and watch my book and stuff. I might do some things wrong. And this is the test. You just do what I do. Even in a performance, do what I do. If we all do the same thing, it's going to look right. It's going to look like we know what we're doing. Probably a different ending. Okay, so there's that one. And again, it's a super fun one, and it's the most fun if you just have fun with it. The next one I'm going to do too today, King of the Jungle. This has got, one of the things I love the best about this musical, I love many things about this musical, but the choreography is super duper fun. The lady, I do not make up the choreography, a lady does, and she does such a good job. I almost showed her. I might still show you her one of these days. She's fun to watch, and she's the one who, again, creates it all. I love her moves. King of the Jungle. Hopefully this is one that you're getting really comfortable with word-wise. And you know, it starts out with just that bass drum, and we're just going to kind of move to the beat. And then Dad starts. When Dad starts singing, well, the day has just begun and I'm already running late. I'm not going to put the words up. I'm going to assume you guys know it. We're going to step touch. We're just keeping the beat. Well, the day has just begun, and Cade did this the other day, and he did a great job on it. Many irons in the fire and too much. We're just doing this, until he gets to, and I'd stop this world if I could find the key. You're gonna quickly shock the audience because you're going to you know what? I've got somebody at my door, so give me just a second. Okay, there are people here, and somebody needed to talk to me, so there's stuff going on here. If I could find the key, the music kind of does that. We come back to life, okay? And it's fun. And then it's what I feel is telling me. You've seen me do some of this already. I'm going crazy, but what is real says God's still on his throne. And remember, the first time we're talking to Dad, we're all going to point at Dad. What you need is to remember one thing. So it's going to be Dad, 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 to remember one thing, that the Lord of the gentle breeze is Lord of the rough and tumble, and he is the King of the jungle. And then we do, during those things, we do a jungle sway. That's what we call it. Ready? And then we have solos. During the solos, step touch. We're just keeping the beat. People say this world's a jungle. I need 5th graders to take those solos on. And then when we get to the part where we sing, though, so everything is under his command. It's going to be both arms up. Everything is under, platter hands, his command. Push down. Over. So it's going to be, so everything is under his command. So we'll switch directions. So everything is under his command. Boom. What I see is telling me that things going crazy. What is real says God's still on his throne. What I need, first time it was Dad, now it's us, is to remember one thing. Lord of the gentle breeze, Lord of rough and tumble. And then we have some more jungle sways. And then we do the K-I-N-G of the J-A-N-G-L-E. We'll be doing something special on that section with the whole group, so don't worry about it. We will be doing punching. We'll be doing something more than that. For right now, we'll do this, and at the end, it's going to go bend and roll, arm up, what I see, everything that we've already done. Lord, we praise you. That section, it's going to be, Lord, we praise you. Lord, we praise you. You are the King of the jungle. Every time we do that, that's all we do. It's really pretty easy, but it's super fun. So let's just go through it. And that's not it. So as soon as that music starts on, we don't step touch yet. We just kind of feel the music. During this, dialogue is happening. I hope I do some of this right. I think I've been doing some of it wrong. As soon as Dad starts to sing, we start to step touch. Oh, the day has just begun and I'm already running late with too many irons in the fire and too much on my plate. I'd be pulling out my hair if I could just get one hand free, and I'd stop this world if I could find the key. What I see is telling me this world's gone crazy, but what is real says God's still on his throne. What you need?
What you need is to remember one thing, that the Lord of the gentle breeze is Lord of rock and tumble, and he is the King of the jungle.
Jungle sway. For the solos, we're just gonna step touch. And sometimes I must admit, I'd be scared to death if I did not know he was king of it. But the truth is God created this whole world with his own hands,
So everything is under his command. What I see is telling me this world's gone crazy, but what is real says God's still on his throne. What I need is to remember one thing, that the Lord of the gentle K-I-N-G-L-E.
Part 2 goes up.
K-I-N-G-L-E. K-I-N-G-L-E. What I see is telling me this world's gone crazy, but what is real says God's still on his throne. What I need is to remember one thing, that the Lord of the gentle breeze is Lord of the rough and tumble, and he is the King of the jungle.
Got to our jungle sway. And then we do that, Lord, we praise you.
Lord, we praise you. Lord, we praise you. You are the King of the jungle.
Circle.
Lord, we praise you.
No stutter.
Lord, we praise you. You are the King of kings. What I see is telling me this world's gone crazy, but what is real says God's still on his throne. What I need is to remember one thing, that the Lord of the gentle breeze is Lord of the rough and tumble, and he is the King of the jungle.
I forgot it. I tell you never to forget it. And I forgot it.
What is real says God's still on his throne. What I need is to remember one thing, that the Lord of the gentle breeze is Lord of the rough and tumble, and he is the King of the jungle. Yes, he is the King of the jungle. Yes, our Lord is the King of the jungle.
Very dramatic. That's all for today. And good job. Keep working on this with me. More later.